Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Johnny talking to you again. And the subject is the same, family. If you want to improve your relationship with your spouse and your kids, sacrifice is what we gotta do, guys. We gotta stop the blah blah blah, cut that out, and do the thing that needs to be done to improve your relationship. And this thing is sacrifice. You husband, sacrifice your life to the sake of your family, and you're gonna see a huge improvement in your marriage. Guys, what I want to talk to you today, and what I think would be the theme for this message that I want to cross is that we should respect our kids' identity. And why I'm saying that, let me give you a little bit of the background. I got my oldest daughter, Deborah. She's kind. She's very smiling girl. She's pretty easy to get along with others. She can just hang out and play and run with others pretty easy. Literally, it's quite easy for her, natural to get along with other kids as well as adults. And I have Lizzie. She's the youngest one. She's a bit more, I would say, tough than Deborah. She likes to play on her own. She's a bit more independent. And she's not as smiley as Deborah. She's too sweet, but she's not as I would say as outgoing as Deborah. So you can see that they have two different, identities, which is normal. They're unique, right? And I remember that myself and my wife, we heard this comment that at least she was a bit stubborn. And since we heard that, Josie and I, we sat and we decided to work our kids' identity so that they would be loved, cared, and feel loved, by us within their own identity. They don't have, in this case was the one that, make the comments, they make the comments towards Alicia. Alicia, she doesn't have to be Deborah to be loved and cared, and feel that she got a home. She belongs to somewhere. And so is Deborah. Deborah, she doesn't have to be Alicia to feel that she belongs, that she's loved, and that she's cared. And we, as father and mother, we gotta look after these guys. That's pretty easy for us to try to change one kid into the other. And by doing that, what happens to them? We pretty much we hurt their identity. We kind of cancel their identity, and we can literally damage our kids for life. And that's very serious. And what Josie and I, we decided to do, guys, after we heard this comment, is that from now on, we are gonna really look at both of our kids, and we are gonna understand and treat them as a unique person, not trying to change them into each other. And we are gonna strengthen their identity on whatever they have as a strength. You're gonna strengthen that up. We want trying to bring that down, thinking that, okay, this is the way, or this is the way it should be done. We are gonna observe and look at them particularly and see, okay, at least her strength is by she's determined, a very determined girl. She got focused. She want to get things done, and if that's her, it's part of her identity, we're gonna treat it as such, and you're gonna love that, and you're gonna embrace that. That's what I want you to understand. Embrace and love the identity of your kid, and try to build that in a way that's gonna bring her benefit. In a way that she won't feel bad by being that, and she won't hurt and harm herself by changing her into something that may please others. That's not what we want her to do, right? We want her to be herself, to be confident, to be loved, to feel that she's belonged by being what she is. her identity. And so is with Deborah. And the funniest thing about that is that after Josie and I were discussing it, and we are doing that, I can tell you we are doing that. We are looking at Alicia on her way, and we are loving her. We're making her feel that she belongs, she got a home, she's scared, even though she have a different identity from Deborah. And we are doing that the same to Deborah. We are loving her. We are caring about her. We are making her feeling that she belongs, even though she have a different characteristic from Alice. They do not have to be the same. And we have to be very careful that we show the love to them in the way that they are into their identity, without harming their identity or trying to change their identity. So that's pretty simple, guys, but that plays a major role in their lives. I don't know how many kids I've heard they saying that they wanted to be like their brothers because their father loved their brothers more. I'm pretty sure you have seen or heard lots of that. So many kids out there, today they are already like adults, they're hurt because their parents, they didn't know how to love them in the way that they were born, in the way that their identity was by the time they was born. They have difficulties to see that whatever they had in their identity was good, and that particular characteristic and their identity could be built and worked on so that they would have good thing coming out of it, right? Some of them, they were literally shut down on their identity and like literally being spoke to like, hey, change your identity, throw your identity away, be like me, your father, be like me, your mother, be like your brother. That's not the way it is, guys. And that's what I wanted to convey in this first part of the video. And this is funny because while I was doing that with Josie, we were talking about our kids and trying, how we're gonna do that. And something came to me as a husband, and I think that's important for you too, is that we try to fix our wives up, guys. Think about it. I was trying to teach my kids and having this good vibe with my wife to teach our kids on this. But at the same time, I was doing the opposite to my wife. Think about it. It's funny. Hilarious, I would say, but that's the reality, I was trying, and I've been trying, literally fixing my wife. And usually when you fix your wife, I heard it from someone, when you think about fixing, you think about like a hammer, banging something. And literally, when we try to fix our wives up in a way that we think is the best way for her to be, that's even like, it's crazy, right? We're literally getting a hammer and hit her on her identity, and we are like damaging her identity and the good things that she has within her because we think we know more. And that's a lack of humility, guys. We as husbands, we gotta be humble. We gotta have that humility in us to recognize that, hey, there are a lot of things that our wives, they do a lot better than us, and there is nothing wrong in that. And we don't have to feel threatened in our authority because our wives, they got things that strength that's stronger than ours. They got qualities that are better than ours. They can do things that are better than ours. We don't have to be threatened by that, guys. We don't have to literally feel threatened by that. On the other hand, you should feel like, wow, I got someone that got something that's very nice and can do that very nice, and I'll let them do it, and I'll strengthen that, I will cherish that, and so should them to us. There are some things that we do better. There are some things that we can make happen in a better way, in an easier way, and they should do the same. They should cheer us up. Hey, let me cheer my husband up on what he does good, on what he does better than me. And so should be the marriage, guys. We shouldn't be trying to fix each other's up and hurting each other, because we know that brings a lot of stress. I don't know you, but for me it does very often. When I try to fix my wife, she get upset, and when she tries to do that to me, so do I get upset. And that's normal because we have identities and we should be loved, cared, and looked after into our identity. And in the the worst case scenario of being loved, cared, we should be built up. That's the worst case scenario. We should never look at our identities and our the identity of our spouse on a bad looking way. We should always try to find the best that they have, the best that they are, and cherish that. Cheer them up. Encourage that to keep on going, to keep on getting strength and all. So we are doing that. It's not easy, I can tell you, as a husband. I found it very difficult sometimes not to fix my wife up. Just gotta be honest here with you. But since we start doing that with our kids, I realized that I've been a bit more aware of that situation, and I'm trying to hold myself from trying to fix her, and instead come and talk to her and trying to see if that's a strength that she got. I'm gonna work that with her and make her feel good on that, and I want to affirm her identity by doing so, and so she does that to me as well. So that's how it is, guys, and I think that's how marriage should be like. And I hope you get the this. I think that's just a thought that I had, and I'm putting it literally into practice, and I hope you do that too. And I think you can take that as a device, and I'm sure that will help your relationship with your spouse, that will help you with your kids. And I hope you like this video. See you in the next video, and enjoy this video as much as possible. Pretty rich of good stuff, I believe so. See you next time.